From historic site to home sweet home, the owner of a former firefighting watchtower gives us an inside look at the history of the place and as well as its future. It sits atop the 7700 block of Red Hill Country Club Drive in Rancho Cucamonga. KCAL 9 Inland Empire reporter Tom Waite shows us the breathtaking views.
And we've watched the forest fires come through. We've watched 2 forest fires come all the way through these mountains.
She's the caretaker of this historic site, a site that used to be the first line of defense against raging fires.
I like being at the top of the hill. You know, maybe egocentricity. Artists have to have some of that.
Andre Mendenhall Mahoney calls this former fire watchtower a home. Built in the 1920s, it was a lookout station for the Forest Service.
In here is where the fire watchers could live.
Mahoney and her husband moved into the watchtower back in 1966 after it was decommissioned. Mahoney beams with pride as she talks about how her husband transformed the watchtower into a home for their growing family.
And Jerry designed and built that. And he's deceased. He died 3.5 years ago. And I miss him very much.
According to staff at the Cooper Museum, the watchtower, which sits on Red Hill in Rancho Cucamonga, was named after Fletcher Manker, Upland's first fire chief. Built in 1928, it was staffed with lookout crews. During World War II, the crews also watched for enemy planes. Eventually, the facility was taken out of service and sold by the county. When the Mahoneys moved in, the tower was cramped, but they made it work.
It's 8 by 8 feet, and there were 5 of us living here in the 60s. My twins were born, Monica and Michael, and so we had 2 cribs and a king-size bed, so it was wall-to-wall bed.
The Mahoneys eventually expanded the house and watched as the neighborhood around them also grew. But one thing hasn't changed: the family's love for this space.
It's unique in a way, and us both being artists, and my kids are artists too. It's just nice being unique.
In Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Tom Waite, KCAL 9 News.